Hello, this is Patrick Blaine. I'm wearing my cool glasses today because I got something really cool to show you. So I just wanted to bring you over here and show you my haul I made yesterday. I went and made a special trip to the comic shop to get this, which is Marc Silvestri's newest masterpiece, Batman and Joker, the Deadly Duel, which he also wrote. Amazing. This thing is like a masterpiece. This is like his Akira. It's like his magnum opus. It's gonna be 7 issues long and it's just gorgeous. I also got in the mail copies of Kane and Kane 2, which I drew, and Joe Bennett did the cover for the 2nd issue. I did the interiors. I did everything in this one. But yeah, I'm really excited to see these. The production values are really nice. I was really impressed. This is a really good package. Everything looks good. I haven't really shown you guys much of this stuff, so yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I got permission to show you a little bit of the art. Yeah, this is written by Will Meldman, and it's inspired by Brock O'Hearn, which is one of his buddies, who's an actor and model, and he's on the Young Rock show right now, playing Hulk Hogan, which is pretty cool. So that's Brock there. He's the star. He stars as Kane in this. There's some really fun stuff in here. There's some explosions. Flashback to him as a child. I like this page here. He's trapped in some rubble and then he's like challenges kind of weird powers he has. I won't spoil what it is, but he busts out. He's trapped in a mine. Finds out. Anyways, yeah, this is some more of the artwork from the series. This is from issue 2. This is I modeled a lot of this like lair of this guy's. His grandfather has a lair in his basement that's like got all these weapons and things, and it's all modeled off of a friend of mine, Diosdado Montero's actual studio. So he's got a really cool studio that actually has a lot of this stuff. So he let me use some of it as reference for this. I asked him permission. There's also some Easter eggs back here, some Elden Ring weaponry, which are some of my favorite tools to use to combat evil in the digital realm. My nerdy little Easter eggs. This is some more stuff this is issue 2 stuff. This is from issue 1. That's from issue 2. So I haven't shown you guys a whole lot of this stuff. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of it just to get people aware of it. And you can buy these at kaneuniverse.com. And Andy Owens did a great job inking this, and Dene Ribeiro did the colors, and he's amazing. So he makes me look good. Yeah, I always felt like I wanted to have a great team like Michael Turner had on Witchblade with J.D. Smith and his great team. I mean, so this kind of is my version of that. I'm so happy with this book, how it turned out. Really great job on all the production. Yeah, go check it out. Buy it if you want at kaneuniverse.com. Also, go check out this. Batman and the Joker Deadly Duel. It's got a lot of sort of, in the writing, reminds me a little bit of Frank Miller, which is high praise. You know, there's some of the things that Mark does that really remind me of that sort of flavor. It's just beautiful, all the stuff. So yeah, that's how you make comics. That's how I make comics. Yeah, I was actually at Marc Silvestri's studio for a little while in 2001. I thought I'd share some quick story about who was there at the time and a little bit of what was going on in 2001. I'll never forget that year. It was sort of like the culmination of my whole artistic career, was getting to Top Cow and learning from those guys. There was an amazing crew of fellows there at the time. Marc Silvestri, of course, was the king. Michael Turner was there. He was sort of the prince, and he had his own court. We'd all play video games with him and foosball. Mike Choi was around, and he had bought a foosball table, and we all drew on it, and that was his reward for something, and he ended up being part of the studio. And we'd play foosball and video games, and Mark would come in and we'd play a lot of Halo back then. This is 2001, so Halo was huge. Joe Benitez was around, Martin Montiel Luna was there. Yeah, I loved seeing all their work. It was amazing. Dave Finch had already kind of moved on. He was already sort of, I think he was in Canada at that point, but he came around a couple times. Andy Park had already kind of moved on too. He had already finished his Tomb Raider run, and he was doing, I think he was at Art Center at that point, learning how to paint. And now he's like head of Marvel visual development, which is amazing. So I didn't really get to hang out with him much. Joe Weems, all the inkers that were there. Jason Gorder was one of my best buddies, and I moved down there basically because he was there, and he helped get me get my work seen, and they invited me to come down and be a pencil intern for that year. I didn't get a lot of paying work for a while, so I was mostly doing ink assists for Bat and Jason and Jay Lyston, another good buddy of mine. Victor Lamas was there. Jose Guillen Jag was there. Jason Gerder was involved with Sonia Im, who used to be an editor at Top Cow, so we'd hang out at their place a lot. Vince Hernandez would come around and hang out with us sometimes. He was a super cool guy before he was the guy running Aspen. This was way before that. Great guy. Eric Basildua was around. He was great to know. We all celebrated his 21st birthday. We went to a strip club. It was awesome. Eric's a great guy, a really good friend of mine. Who else was there? Let's see. Joel Gomez, Jay Lyston. Joel and Jay actually picked me up from the airport when I was down there, when I first showed up. So that was really cool that they did that for me. So I'll never forget Joel for doing that. Joel was a great guy and a great artist. And RV Valdez was around. He was another penciling intern. I ended up living with him for about 6 months in his spare room, and he was getting married, so I had to get paying work because I wasn't really getting any at Top Cow. So I ended up doing advertising with Clarence Lansing and Ku Cha. We all went to a place called Eisenberg, and we did some advertising work in Hollywood, in Beverly Hills, and that was a really cool, high-paying job. Sort of stole me away from comics, to be honest, which kind of was not my plan, but I needed to make money to get out of RV's spare room. Let's see, who else was there? Matt Hawkins was around. Renee Geerlings was the editor. Peter Steigerwald, Frank Mastromoro, Matt Hawkins. I said Renee, she was a great editor. Steve Furco was always there doing colors, and I got to know him. He's a great buddy of mine now, doing some stuff with him now. Clarence Lansing and Brian Ching would come around a little bit while I was in the studio, but I didn't really get to know them much. I got to know Clarence, of course, when we went into advertising. We worked together closely for like 5 or 6 years, maybe more than that, 8 years, doing different advertising at different companies. But Clarence became a good buddy of mine. So amazing. The guy's an amazing talent. It's hard to explain how good he is. He's one of those guys who just makes it look easy. Same with Ku Cha. He was a good buddy of mine too, and we all sort of ended up in advertising. Matt McGuire was around. Got another good buddy of mine. Nate Van Dyke came by a few times. Tyler Kirkham started showing up right at the end of my time there. When I was leaving for advertising, Tyler would come in. He was just making a huge splash. He was so good, and got to know him a little bit. He worked with us a little bit in advertising too. But yeah, I loved being there. I just wanted to kind of, I guess, mention all the guys that I really liked hanging out with back in those days, because that was the best time of my life working for that company. And so yeah, so I'm excited to see Mark's newest thing. This inspires me to want to do great things. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Crown of Fire. I love doing Kane. I'm going to keep doing this, and I got another few issues to go on this first arc of 6 issues. So that's great. Also have Crown of Fire coming out, which will be a painted book, fully painted, and I'm excited to do that because that's going to hopefully lead to other creator-owned books for me. Because my big goal this year is to make enough money to fix my car and maybe buy a dog. My big mission in life is to get another dog at this point, because I believe in like reincarnation, and I miss Chewie so much. If I start talking about him, I'll start crying. And I just really feel like maybe some of our pets can come back to us in different forms during our lifetimes. And I think that's due to your, you know, kind of depends on your karma and all that stuff. But I really believe in that stuff. So I'm hoping that if I can get another dog, maybe it'll be Chewie, come back to hang out with me some more, or at least the spirit of all dogs that are the same. That's kind of how humans have the same one spirit inside all of us. I think all dogs do too, and I think that I can't wait to have another dog in my life, and that's why I'm doing Crown of Fire, so I can maybe make some money and afford to get another beloved pet. So if you can help me support that project and make some money off that, I would be really grateful. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'm working on these days, and yeah, I'm excited to continue more of this journey, and I can't wait for my Kickstarter to launch on December 2nd. So check it out if you can, and yeah, that'd be great if you could support my work. I'm just gonna get back to work here, but thanks for checking in with me today, and I'll be in touch as I get closer to launching my Kickstarter. So have a great day, and talk to you later. Bye.